that way. And hopefully the internet stays connected and doesn't break things up. And that you guys stay connected and that it's good.
Yes,
no technical issues tonight. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Like,
oh
do
God,
the everything.
I got several times. You're good.
So, it has been 2 weeks.
Yes.
So here we go. With Victor catching up with Sim, Zay, and Aegis, the party made their way towards the location marked on their map to retrieve the package for Lord Varzand. They meet Kevin, a sentient bush creature who takes them to his home, a temple that has been overtaken by plants and trees. There, the party meets Granny Varzand, a bizarre old tiefling woman who is also Lord Varzand's mother. Zay takes the package, Sim purchases some curious toxins, and everyone got an undisturbed long rest. In the morning, however, Aegis' fortnight drunken state ended, and he found himself quite disturbed as he had woken up in a sleep pile of the bush people, and discovered a small snapdragon baby following him. When the party gathered together, Zay tried explaining to Aegis the events that he missed, but may have been taking some liberties about what actually happened and glazed over some other details. Before setting back out on their return trip, the party took some time with Granny Varzand as she showed them some dandelions. On the trip back to Rowfield, the party took some canoes down a river that led them through a series of caverns, one of which housed strange purple crystals that Aegis reached out to touch and started to grow and overtake his entire arm. Before becoming encapsulated entirely, Zay touched the crystal growing on Aegis' arm with her own gifted crystalline dagger. She made a connection with a mysterious entity and entered into a deal to take another soul in place of Aegis's within 48 hours. The crystal growing on Aegis' arm shifted into Zay's dagger, elongating it. With the party returning to Rowfield, Sim, Zay, and Victor decided to get a jump on sleep, but Aegis had other ideas as he found himself, once again, for the first time, in the original heavy petting bar.
Fuck around and find out.
It's gonna be good.
Don't touch the purple
He has a
things.
kid.
Only let me touch the purple things.
I'm gonna touch this purple thing.
We're starting off hot tonight.
We're starting off hot tonight.
That's one way to put it.
I'm gonna touch the purple thing. So, while the rest of the group is has gone to the bar to rest for the night after their long and fast kayak trip that nearly killed Aegis, though I don't think Aegis fully realizes that. Because despite the warning of don't touch purple things, he's now going to inspect another purple thing. Though this one is a person.
A willing person.
And he enters the main area of the original heavy petting bar. In this area, there is a stage that juts out in a couple places. A bunch of round tables, loads of seats, many places to sit, some comfy chairs closer to the stage itself if you don't want a table for like food and drinks. Down both sides of the room are bars where you can just sit at the bar and order drinks. And yeah, it has a fair amount of clients at the moment. Some are drinking and chatting. There are some with food. And there are the workers going about and doing their thing, chatting up with the clients. And trying to make their wages. Aegis, if I could get a perception check from you to find the purple and blue lady that you had seen the picture of that you wanted to find. He muted himself.
Oh, I just realized I do have dice here. 1 second, let me grab those dice.
Don't want to test the cursed bot?
Well, I also kind of want to use these dice because they've been rolling really well. At least outside of game. Because I haven't gotten the chance to use them for a game yet. Okay. Perception bonus is +1. Let's see what I roll on the die. $10?
It takes you a second to, like, adjust to the lighting of the room and just take in all the hustle and bustle before you do spot her towards the back right of the room.
Okay, I sort of slowly approach. Is she with someone?
She currently is not.
Is she, like, focused on something, or?
Currently, it looks like, as you get closer, it appears to be that she is clearing a table at the moment.
I'm gonna tap her shoulder and then investigate my hand. For a second before I...
This checks out, this checks out. Touch a purple thing. Last time you touched a purple thing, it tried to take over you. You tap her and nothing happens. It's fine. Though she does turn around and she just kind of looks you up and down and goes, "Well, you're new here?" That's the wrong accent. Damn it, I've been talking to someone else in different character's accent and need to get it out still, apparently.
You've been using sugar?
Yeah, I played Sugar for multiple hours last night and then was talking about her today. So I'm stuck in Sugar at the moment. Fuck.
I noticed that every time you use that accent, it just sticks for the rest of the session. And then
so hard! It's so easy to flip in and out of. And none of the other ones come quite as naturally. I have to so yeah, so she turns and goes like, "You're new here."
Yes. You're really pretty. Do you have time for a meal?
Break time isn't right now, so kind of like no, but maybe later. If you want to pay for time, I can keep you company.
How much?
How long do you want to sit? How much time do you want?
He's gonna pull out a gold coin and say, how long will this do for? How long this do for?
She snatches the coin and goes, well, unless you want anything else on top of just kind of chatting and chilling, those would be extra, but just for chatting and chilling and keeping you company, this will cover it.
Oh, for the night?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Can now or?
She goes, well, let me take this to the kitchen, and then we can go to the room. We can sit at one of the tables. I just cleared this table, so if you sit at it, it'll be like it's reserved. Or we can go on a walk. But I warn you, if you try anything funny, I can and will break you.
We go on walk and I carry you? Hi.
Hey, did you hide the living room controller? It's not
Sure. That's never had that request before, but okay.
Oh, I should be on the couch.
Okay, well look again. I love you.
I love you too. If not, it would be on the table.
Okay.
I think.
The house goblins took something, didn't they?
Yes. Remote control like they always do. What'd you say again?
She had said yes, but with the addendum of she's never had that request before, but sure.
I wait outside. Oh, I'm gonna ask in Elvish, do you speak this language?
She responds, but it's almost like she clearly understands it, and she's clearly been taught it, but it's kind of fresh, like kid or like what's the best way to put it? You know how you take 4 languages and not 4 years of a language in high school? It's like she's gotten through years 1 and 2, but haven't completed years 3 and 4 yet.
Okay. He's gonna giggle at her, and then he's gonna say, I'm gonna... And he's speaking much more fluently and normally than he obviously does in common. He's gonna say, I'm gonna speak in this language. You speak in common or celestial?
Well, I can speak in common. I don't know celestial in the slightest.
Well, I'll wait outside for you.
She gives a nod and hustles off with the dishes from that table. And it doesn't take too long, but it takes a little longer than you would have first expected. But when she comes out, she's a little more clad in clothes. It's still a bit risque, but not just flat out hanging out. Like she was in the bar.
I still have to. He's still going to be nervous about this, even if he's talking more fluently. How you like to? Oh, shoot, I get in the mindset of him talking common, and then I remember he's talking English this whole time. So and just
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, you have entered full robot.
Yep.
Aegis has turned into a warforged. Oh no.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Oh, that came through.
Okay. The rest of this conversation is going to be in Elvish, at least on Aegis' side. Because if she can understand it, there's no reason he shouldn't speak it, especially when his common is broken the fuck up. He's gonna ask, how do you like being carried? And he's gonna offer, like, he's gonna hold out his arms, or then he's going to, like, back, like,
Oh no. It went robot again. Aegis the robot.
How about now?
Oh, that one came through.
Okay, I'm putting on both heads.
Not
This should be a lot clearer, right?
Not even like, yeah, it's clear. It's not even like you can switch to someone else because we're all sleeping.
Yeah, they're all sleeping.
I'm sorry.
She would just kind of look at Aegis and kind of shrug and go, as long as I'm comfortable, I guess.
He's just gonna decide to swoop her up cradle style.
Princess Carrie.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never met anyone like you before.
Well, I'm quite very far from home.
Wait, sorry, out of character question. I'm drawing up. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Answered myself. I heard you're coming to Lunel? Still haven't prepared an Elvish voice for him yet, so he doesn't have one.
Well, we come and go in a lot of places. And then she kind of chuckles to herself. We're here now for a bit, and then we're probably going to stop at Velport before we fully head out.
I meant Velport. Shoot, my bad. I'm being stupid. Velport. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did mean Velport.
Okay, you're all good.
He wouldn't know about Lunal. He wouldn't, like, if he did, it would be absolute hatred of Lunal. But
but she goes, yeah, we plan on going there next.
I may have to pay for your services another time then. Or I work there sometimes. So maybe see you a lot more.
Oh, you work there? Well, why can't you tell me about it? We haven't been to that location yet, actually.
What would Aegis really know about it? It's pretty well. Um, Question: would Aegis even know that they're into the devious things over at the main? Well, at the one in Velport.
How oblivious exactly is Aegis?
Usually pretty oblivious, yeah.
Pretty oblivious.
Although he was literally guarding that hallway.
Yeah. No, it was explained to him by Sweet Pea once. Like, she did fully explain to him before. And he wasn't on that drink yet, so he would remember the explaining.
I just don't know what he would explain about it. Sweet Pea's pretty nice. There's a lot of royalty over there more recently. I really still just don't know what he would explain about it.
She looks up and goes, well, like, have you been into any of the rooms? Are the people nice there? You mentioned you knew Sweet Pea? Like, how is she? I've heard that she is one of the best owners, so we're actually really excited to work with her. Like, we've been in contact with her, but we haven't met her yet.
Oh, she's really nice. She she works with one of my friends. And they do shows. He's a little bit famous. You might have heard of him. Have you heard of somebody named Sim?
Sim. I don't think that quite rings a bell. I'm sorry. Does he have a stage name? Maybe he has a stage name.
Can I try to recall if he does?
I don't personally remember if he does. That would be a Sim question.
I don't know if Sim ever said it.
See, the funny thing is, I don't remember if I have a stage name either.
Oh
Oh.
I will chime in here
I don't
and say
think I
that
do.
I don't think you ever gave one.
No, I don't think so.
no! Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, no, I don't think they have a stage name, but a little less well known. You might know Zay.
Where did they perform? Do you know that?
I I just left the tribe a little bit of like a small amount of time ago. Just several moons.
Just because if they're like only from Velport and have only performed like in there, we really wouldn't know, because again, this will be our first time going there to perform, which we are ecstatic about. But if they're from there and popular there and haven't really traveled around much, we probably haven't crossed paths yet.
Oh. Where have you been?
Well, we've been here, of course, but we came here from further up the river. There's a bit of a noble hotspot that we flew into, and then we came here. But before that, we were actually in DM has to pull up the sheet with the names of the places.
Aegis casually walks around the whole town while carrying her and listening to what she's saying.
We were at Talea for a while. That's a nice sized port city. Before that, we were in Pruxfields, and from there we actually came to here, to the big noble hotspot, and then to Rowfields. Where else have we circled together? We've been to a few places on Nearbeth, the Maw being one of them. Basically, a lot of major cities. But this is she starts counting. You can see her fingers go as she's counting, and she goes, "This will be the sixth spot that we've been to together as a group. Before we were just our own kind of solo performers. Before we made like a name for ourselves and started traveling as a group and really got like a fan base going." So yeah, that's kind of me and the rest of the gals in my group.
What's the Maw? Also, are you hungry? What's the best place to get food here?
Best place to get food here that'll be open still is the tavern.
I'm gonna. Which way?
She points.
He's gonna start carrying her to the tavern and say, "So, what was the Maw? That place sounded."
The Maw is the port city of Nearbeth. It's about a couple hours walk from the edge of the Iron Woods. Haven't been in there. Don't want to go in there. I've heard it is so dangerous And where I can hold my own and like protect myself, I don't think I'd be able to protect myself against those creatures. At least what I've heard by rumor.
Wait, this sounds like it would be something that rings a bell to Aegis. Is she talking about the orc and dwarf stronghold?
The orc run port city is the Maw. That's the one that she's talking about.
It sounded like she gave enough context that Aegis personally would understand.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Trying to think of those brutish orcs. I think you just go with that simple. Those savages. Those that don't care anything about the land.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about how much they do or don't care about the land. But, I mean, they can be kind of savage in another way, but man, they pay good.
Savage in another way?
She goes, yeah. My line of work. It's not typically just kind of talking and being carried around. I mean, sometimes I am picked up and tossed around a bit, but it's usually in a bedroom.
I want. Oh shoot! I keep trying to say things in his broken common, and I'm speaking Elvish. And I'm trying to figure out how he says things in Elvish. So I'm just gonna say it's like a normal person talking
Yeah,
anyway for now.
just normal talk.
I want to get to know before take meat.
Gee, well, that's. I can appreciate that. Like, that's appreciated. Granted, most of the most clients are just kind of in and out sort of thing, and you're refreshing. I would say that is very refreshing.
And if you're gonna be around, when do you come to Velport? If you're gonna be around,
Well, we're actually set to be here for a couple more days, probably. We had been bringing in a lot of good money into the area, into the town, while being here. So they were going to negotiate us staying a little bit longer, but Sweet Pea kind of wants us down there. So it's kind of up in the air. When the mail comes in with the first ship, we'll be hearing from Sweet Pea on exactly how much longer we're staying. Because we also know, were you traveling before she got there? We don't want to step on the toes of Sugar. And she's over there right now, so we might not be able to go over there while she's over there because, like, she's got her whole other deal. And we don't want to step on her toes. We would love to perform with her, but we do not want to step on her toes. So if she's still there, then we might be staying here until she leaves. And oh gosh, yeah, you really need to see her perform. Oh boy, howdy.
He tilts his head confused. Oh, and at this point, he would definitely be setting her, pulling out a chair and setting her on one of the chairs at the tables and sitting in front of her.
She gets comfy in the chair.
He weaves for a bar maiden, and then he's like, "Who's Sugar?" I don't think I've ever met any Sugar.
Because
man. Oh, go ahead.
She is extremely tall and even taller in her high heel boots. The most luxurious and well kept green skin you will ever see in your life. And always has her tusks polished perfectly, and has jewelry. Fantastic voice. Just all around great performer. And such a great word. Oh my gosh, such a great word.
Green skin. He looks at his own skin when she mentions that. Tusks. He tries to divert himself from thinking what he like. It's one of those, like, when you don't want something to be a certain thing, so like
when you don't want it to be true, you're trying to will it not true.
Yeah, right.
Sort of thing.
You mean an ogre? She's an ogre.
No, she is not an ogre. She's an orc, silly.
Oh. Maybe when you're there, I will take you out places every night.
Sorry, what was that? I got there was a bleep alert that came through on my headset and broke you up.
He said maybe when you're there, he'll take her out places instead.
Because, well, that would be nice. That'd be fine, since I don't know the town at all. So it would be nice and refreshing to have a local.
What sort of stuff do you do? Are you... Do you, like, outside of work?
Oh, a lot of the time it's swimming. I gotta get some good soaks in, otherwise I dry out too much. Not good for my skin. Sparring to keep up on self-defense. And I find it fun. The others think I'm weird. Sometimes. But then when we get jumped by an idiot and I knock their block out, then they're like, oh, now we understand. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I try and get you to try and get you to learn with me, but that's besides the point. Yeah, mostly swimming and when walking around. Sometimes shopping, but that's not necessarily here nor there.
Aegis, well, shoot. You know what? Aegis is going to say this in common. He's just gonna say, a strong woman is good woman. Rule be set.
It is important to be strong. You're not wrong.
Is there a place we can swim here? Maybe after dinner, I'd take you to go swimming. I know, well, river might not be good for swimming unless you're really good at swimming.
She kind of giggles and goes, let me guess, you're not that good at swimming.
Oh, well, actually, wouldn't swimming be an athletics check?
Basically. It's usually what I have it be. Unless you have a swim speed, it's an athletics check sort of thing.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a swim speed, but, like, yeah. I might be better at swimming than you. Aegis boisterous as always, you know.
She just legitimately cracks the hell up. And goes, you're not a better swimmer than someone that was born and raised in the ocean.
Well, try and see. Try and find out.
She goes, do you have a room here yet? We're not going to swim tonight. There are things that like to bite. There's certain hours that are better to swim than others. So, we swim in the morning. You let me know where your room is, I'll wake you up.
I think I need to get room. But okay. I see you in morning. Don't be late. I wake up early.
She goes, I hope you understand how early a good early swim gets up. Then she gets up and goes, you should probably get a room and get some sleep. Because you're going to need all your strength, big guy.
Um, and Aegis. Okay, Aegis is gonna kiss her on the cheek and say, "Thanks for the date. See you in the morning."
She smirks in her head. She's thinking, "Oh, he's so just so adorable. Like how sweet. What a green bean."
He he wouldn't come from a point of being casual about that sort of thing. It's not what he would have grown up in. Especially because elves would spend long amounts of time courting. Most likely.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so she heads out. You do have a bartender that's, I mean, since there's nothing else to do, has definitely just been watching and occasionally smirking during while listening in to the conversation, but pretending not to listen in while washing a mug, sort of thing.
He's gonna approach and say, "One room, please."
He looks you up and down and goes, "You're in luck. We got one room left." He goes and pulls out a key, and he goes, "It happens to be a small one, though."
No, no room is bigger, but
You'll still fit in the bed. Just
hold on. He's gonna say, "I a big heavy Dragonborn. Don't want break."
beds are built by big, heavy bulls. You ain't gonna break the bed, sonny.
One second. Yes, brother.
Granted, with that, since Aegis will be making his way to bed, and everyone will end up having a good night's sleep. How early would the rest of y'all be waking up in the morning?
Early. We have work to do and a distance to travel.
Yeah, in a boat to catch.
Yep. We gotta get on a boat.
Gotta get on a boat.
We'd probably be getting up like 6 a.m. early, probably, I would say.
I was thinking more like 5.
Oh, I don't suppose like Aegis
Oh, that too.
would be woken up before then. Shoot.
Aegis got to bed late too. Later than them. I'd say probably the rest of you get up at like What will we say? 5:30 split the difference,
Fair.
sort of thing. And come down for breakfast. The lot of you realize that Aegis isn't up yet.
He's getting waken up very loudly.
You do need to figure out what room he's in to wake him
I
up.
can just ask the innkeep.
Oh yeah, you definitely can.
And
You
I'm gonna wake him
definitely.
up with a prestidigitated snap really loud in his ears.
Oh
Alright.
no! Oh no!
It's the
Wakey,
bucket
wakey.
of water all over again.
But worse.
I'd say that you'd need his room key, but Aegis probably didn't remember to lock his room in the first place.
It's Aegis, probably not.
Probably not.
Who needs a key?
It is a very true statement when talking about Zay. Yeah, Aegis, you are loudly woken up.
Oh,
And the rest of the crew is at your door looking at you.
wait, Indy, I'm ready to, I'm ready, I swear. What? Huh?
Zay just
Oh,
looks at him.
It's you guys.
Who's Indy?
I need to go. I'm gonna look out at the...
We're getting on a boat.
Is the sun out?
The boat leaves in a few hours. Don't be late, or you're getting left behind. And then Zay will pull out her long dagger. Unless you want to go back to being a crystal.
I might have been able to fight it off. I'll be back. Just go in first one.
As you say that, Aegis, down the hall there is a familiar voice of an Aegis. I was told you're down this hall.
Hey, he kinda hurries past his friends and yes, let's go.
She just kind of eyeballs the ones you're hurrying past and goes, "But didn't you say a couple of them were performers? Which one are the ones that are? Which one's Sim and which one's Zay? Can't be rude. You gotta introduce them."
Zay gives Aegis just a dirty look. Real quick. Before turning back and smiling. Like, I'm Zay. Nice to meet you. You must be Indy, I suppose?
Yep. She looks at all of you and goes, it is alright if I steal him to teach him a lesson about swimming, right? Or are you guys busy?
We're not too busy. Also, that one is Sim. He's well. I don't know much about Sim, but he's a good performer.
Can you just have him back before the ferry leaves? He needs to be on it.
Oh yeah, where I'm gonna be looking out for the first ferry anyways because it's got important a letter coming in.
Good. Well, go have fun swimming, Aegis. In his head, in Aegis's head, don't be late.
She looks at the group and goes, "Do you guys like swimming?"
D- I I don't think they like swimming at all. He looks at them kind of glaringly.
You glared at Sim?
No, like
Like the
what
group.
what's the word for the expression of like a hinting sort of I'm missing the descripting word. I'm sorry.
She'd asked the group if any of them like knew how and wanted to swim, and Aegis gave the look of like "Don't you dare join" sort of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
But would that entice Zay to mess with his plans? I
No,
wonder.
absolutely not. She fucking hates the water.
Oh, that's right.
So Zay just stays quiet.
She's like, well, okay, then I'm going to steal him. Just for a little bit. I'll make sure he doesn't drown.
Uh, I can carry you there. Make sure you're not too tired for the swim.
If anyone needs to save their strength, it's going to be you.
Well, as fascinating as this is, I have work to do. And I'm going to just walk up.
Ooh. One of your friends an important businessman?
He very strange doctor. Also, the priest.
Interesting, but kind of common combination. A lot of priestly healers. Makes sense.
DM question. Do I still feel that pull?
You do.
Okay.
It is because of where the tavern is, it is that fainter pull.
Right.
But like clearly whatever the issue is hasn't fully been cleared out yet or fixed yet.
Mm. Okay. Just checking.
So Aegis, you get taken to the water. And this is not a slow moving river. And she just kind of gets there and walks down a dock and dives right in, like not even batting an eye sort of thing. And stays under the water for a abnormal amount of time for anybody that couldn't breathe water. Before popping back up and looking at you with a, well, are you gonna jump in or not?
Before I make a decision that's gonna be as a player stupid, is this gonna be repetitive athletics checks?
It is going to be 2 to get to the other side, and then 2 to get back.
Okay. So wasting rage on this probably not a good idea. Well, actually, no, I'll use rage on the first one at least. Just to get that little show-offy start, just like pump himself up and like all right, like athletes sort of pump themselves up before like a big run or a big swim. That's how I would explain him going into rage for this. And from that point on, if I decide to use it again, then it could just be like, well, I don't think I'll decide to use it again, but like, I'm not gonna get taken by the river sort of thing.
I mean, hopefully, unless you roll like shit. But then she's just gonna swim up and laugh at you.
Where did I put my dice? Fonzie, are you sitting on my dice? One second. Well, you're sitting on my headphones. Oh. Okay, found them.
Dice stealing pupper.
Check my modifier real quick. But hopefully. Okay, here goes. Good thing I went with rage to start out with. Shit. Let's see, +7. That's an 18?
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're doing fine. You're basically you're keeping pace with her. Next one.
Okay, this one's a normal roll, so I'm not calling advantage on this one. +7, 9 + 7, 16.
16. Okay, you're still going strong, but you lose a bit of ground, and she gets to the other. To the other side of the river first. Kind of holding on to the bank.
Grounds for the second. Aegis uses rage on the most ridiculous things, I swear.
She does. Yeah, she does that once she kind of spots that you are finally getting to that edge, She does like that perfect like swimmer's flip in the water to go the other direction.
By the way, I don't need the rage advantage for this one. I rolled nat 20 on the first roll.
Nice. So you get to the other bank and flip around and catch up to her. Make your last roll.
We're not going to deal with a fight later, are we?
What?
It's just a ferry trip, right?
What?
Have a fight later, are we?
Why would there be?
You know what? He's gonna go.
Blow all your rages.
Oh yeah, just on swimming.
Just on swimming.
He's.
What'd you roll?
Oh, both roll.
Yeah, no.
That's plus 7.
Oh, okay.
That's plus 7, so 18.
18. Not bad. So yeah, you pretty much get to the other bank. Because with that gnat, you were able to make up ground, and you were able to get through the current that's definitely there.
Oh,
and but at that you can see the ferry coming up quick.
Oh. I think I better go. But when you come to Velport, I will probably be working security. Maybe. It depends on this sugar, you say? But I will be on when you get there. We have more dates.
It would be fun. I'll make sure to look out for you guys. But the ferry does seem to be running.
Something about stage names is yours?
Indy does happen to be my name, but my first name, not my full name. And I use it as my stage name too. Just my first.
He tilts his head. Full name?
Yeah. It's a bit of a mouthful.
What is... He is speaking in common, by the way, so pretty unclear what exactly he means when he's asking this. What is full name?
She goes, you want my full name, or do you want to know what a full name is?
He pauses and thought for a moment. Both.
Well, um, like your first name and your last name, or your first name and your family name. Some people's first name and clan name. Some people even have middle names.
What would the tribe that Aegis is from call themselves?
I think we had a brainstorming event with that, but I don't think anything was settled on.
Well, can I just say insert clan, insert name
Yeah.
of tribe here as his last name when I say this? And once we decide on it, it'll have been what he said.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well then, I am Aegis. Insert tribe name. Uh-oh. I might need to check. Well, I don't know. Something seems to have happened with the Hyperniece.
Uh-oh. Well, the, with the fairy being there, there would definitely be announcements out around the town that first fairy has arrived. So the rest of the group would hear that.
It would tug on Sim's and Victor's. Just tug him and be like, all right, first ferry, let's get out of here.
All right.
Dude.
I'm typing it out for you first. She does actually give you her full name. Indiadrin Volsoth. But she goes by Indy.
Shoot, okay, there we go. I'm gonna say he tries to. How would he try to repeat this in common?
Kinaga Schnaga.
India. Well, India. Din. Vu. Sa?
We'll call it close. You'll need more practice. She definitely, from the water, waves at the others as they get on the ferry. And she pulls herself out of the water and begins walking towards the workers. And asks where the mail delivery's gone off to. And gets pointed in a direction and goes, well, they're getting ready to head back. We'll send word. You'll just ask Sweet Pea if you get curious or it's a while and you haven't heard anything.
Maybe I send letters to you.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
You
You
read
need
Elvish?
to address them. I'm still learning it. I understand it. Speaking and writing is a little bit harder.
Oh, my common rating is not good.
I'll just write it in Elvish. I'll figure it out. I'm a smart cookie.
Well, I better run. Um, they will be mad if I miss.
You do hear the final call alarm.
I guess I'm gonna have to make athletics checks just to make it in time, aren't I?
And no, because you're basically like right there. So you just
Oh.
kind of hustle up. And you see Sim and Victor and Zay probably tapping her foot. I would imagine.
He, as he goes to make a run for it, he's gonna run back and he's actually gonna steal a kiss.
You have a very shocked Indy as you run away back to the ferry.
uh, uh, as he ran back, I would okay. He's gonna send a mental message. Shoot, could you hear that? Sorry, he's gonna send a mental message saying uh sorry if too soon not see won't see you for a while. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm not speaking out loud in common on Aegis. But anyway, sorry if that was too soon. I won't see you for a while. Wanted to at least once. And thank you for dates. Uh, Also, I believe he can use that as a free action, similar to actual talking.
Yeah. So, Lulu, get down. As you all are on the ferry, Zay, you're probably getting a little nervous because you guys are going to be getting back to town and you're not going to have a huge hell of a lot of time to use that dagger.
We I think we said it was going to be 16 hours after we got back, right?
You still got a package to deliver.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm doing that like immediately after it pulls into the port.
Zay is just gonna dash off the freaking
Uh,
ferry.
I
Like before they're even done tying it, and
yeah,
like
pretty much.
it's still slightly moving, and she's jumping off.
I
Yeah.
will keep pace with Zay.
Huh?
I'm gonna come with you to deliver this package because I have things to talk to the Varzand about.
Okay. But I really need to stop at the house first.
Then I'm gonna just start heading over towards where the Varzands are.
Okay, I'll meet you there. I have to go to the house first.
Where's Sim gonna go? Is Sim alive? Sim died.
Oh no.
Sim
Oh,
got a
no.
bad case of
There it is.
the travel sickness from the ferry. Lulu, stop trying to eat the food bag. Yeah, where is Sim gonna go with Victor straight to Varzand? Is Sim gonna follow Zay? Like the house first?
Yeah, probably the house first.
Oh Jesus!
Eh,
I nearly died on the cat.
Aegis is following Zay. Did we get a long rest on the boat?
You would have gotten a long rest on the boat. There wouldn't have been anything to do.
Oh, on the boat ride over, I would have explained to the guys what the dagger and the crystal um thing was going on. Like like
Oh, that
explaining,
it talked to you?
yeah, and that there's a time limit on the soul exchange,
Okay.
just so that they're aware. And also the things that we discussed in our private chat there, guys.
Oh snap. Alright. Something I'm not privy to. Fine, be that way. Okay. I'll find out when it becomes prevalent.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, we already fucked up that plan. Step 1: don't touch purple things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our fault.
You're talking about Aegis's plan.
Question: what kind of accent did the kitty I removed have?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Well,
Boom, boom, boom.
we lost at the end.
We will be right back after these messages.
Yo,
There we go.
Yeah.
my
And we're
internet
back.
just so I'm on my phone now. Hi. I hope you were also recording today because now we have until my internet just died.
Yes, I am still recording. It is all good.
Ah, sweet baby Jesus. Yeah, I had attempted to ask Zay what she was grabbing at the house.
Oh, it's not.
And then was like, oh no.
It's not what I'm grabbing. It's what I'm leaving.
Oh, okay.
The jewelry.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Also,
Otherwise, you'd have some splaining to do.
yeah. Also, can I check to see if the house was rummaged through at all?
Yeah.
I'm guessing-
Perception, investigation, one of those.
Okay. Well, they're both +1. 14.
You notice that there's nothing out of whack.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm gonna drop the bag that has all of the stolen merchandise in it off at the house, and then
Yep.
if the other guys are all good, then hustling over to the Thieves Guild, assuming Varzand is there.
I don't remember where he told you to drop it off at. I don't remember.
I
Told you to drop it off at the house?
Yeah.
Or to find him at the Thieves Guild all of a sudden? I guess it's up.
I think
Pick where you want to go.
I think he just said wherever he is.
So you would be closer to the house. So you could check at the house, and if he's not there, then go farther to the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, I mean, I moved double time through the city anyway. Because of the urchins.
Because you're Speedy McGee.
And the urchins around, so. Time is not really that big of an issue when we're in the city, but still trying to get there quick. So, yeah, if the house is closer, then I'll go to the house.
Yes, the house is indeed closer.
Sim, Aegis, you ready?
Yeah.
Aegis would have just been following around.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, going to the Varzand mansion.
Alright, so you pretty much, after running in.
Oh, did we lose DM again?
I think we might have lost DM again.
Oh no.
I feel like I wasted all her good internet. Just on
Small
the
talk.
indie.
Small talk and
swimming. Yeah, the small talk and swimming with indie.
Why? Hello?
Hello. You're back.
It's being a fucking twat. You guys would be in view of the house as you see Victor entering. As he is being let in by Rolus. He would see you guys like turning onto the street and kind of just stay there with the door open and wait for the rest of y'all.
Yep,
and
walking in.
You are there are definitely footsteps upstairs.
Oh no.
You you actually hear you start to hear thudding, quick thudding down the stairs, and then you hear girls, and then you hear fine, we'll wait, and then thud 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 back up the stairs. And then you just hear one lighter, less aggressive set of footsteps. As Lord Varzand comes around, and he has a smile and goes, "So, do you have the package?"
Zay will pull out the purple box and hands it to him.
He goes, "Ah, perfect." He goes, "So, with this done," and he's opening it, and
Well, DM is having some serious connection issues tonight.
Like immediately after Aegis steals the kiss from Indy, it just farted.
Right when we get to plot points.
Right when we get the plot points, yeah.
Damn it. Oh, she's back.
Yeah, the internet on computer kept on popping in and out a bit, so it was trying to reconnect me on the computer instead of just connected on the phone. What did it break me off on next?
I just handed Varzand
he was
the
opening
purple box.
And he said he opened it, and then we didn't know what happened after.
Nothing. Well, shit. I had explained quite a bit before I realized it was dead.
Oh, damn it.
He opens the...
Well...
Okay. He... looks over it and looks to you guys and asks if you would like an expansion on the job.
What?
An expansion. So another job that has... And he's holding out the vial.
Oh,
wait, what?
You cut out there.
Yeah.
Just a hair. Explaining what the expansion on the job was. She might be gone again.
Okay. Yeah, you said the explaining what the expansion was the last thing you could. Okay. It looks like my internet is back on, so I'm gonna reconnect to the other thing. Part 2. Blue, go. Maybe things will stop messing up now. Okay, so you got to Varzand. You gave him the package. He opened it up. He's looking over it. He offers an expansion on the job, in which he kind of holds out the bottle and goes, "This is for a very particular to ingest." I don't expect you to take this job if you don't want, but I figured I would offer it.
Zay just looks to Sim and Victor and Aegis. Who is the particular person?
A very particular lord of a one solstice clan.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you personally.
He goes, "Oh." Why, pray tell, do I not need to worry about it?
Well, that's mine and my party's business to know. I have my own personal dealings.
He goes, "I can appreciate that." He goes, "Fine. Just know that, if for some reason I don't see that news that he's died fairly shortly, maybe say the next 24, maybe 48 hours if I'm feeling gracious, my men will be going in to do the job. It's not that I don't trust that you can't handle yourselves. I just don't know what your dealings are, so we'll just... We have
May I
different
meet with
motives
you
for
in
the same
private?
thing."
May I meet with you privately?
He goes, "Yes, I can take you up into my office."
I feel as though we may have a very interesting business proposition.
He goes, "All of you, or shall I just take you upstairs?"
Sim will kind of look to Zay.
She just
Gotta like raise an eyebrow.
does the little like nod of the head, like, go ahead.
Oh, this will just be a personal meeting from them.
He nods and goes, "Well, then follow me. The rest of you feel free to raid the kitchen for snack and drink if you like."
I'm going to find a nice sweet treat and go check on my project.
As Sim is walking with Varzand to his office, I'm just gonna, in his head, just be like, don't forget to ask about our payment.
Behind his back, Sim will just kind of give a thumbs up.
Beautiful. Also, crap. Now I gotta find the note where it says what the hell your payment was supposed to be.
An exorbitant amount. That's all I know.
20,000 platinum.
Yes,
Per
that
No.
sounds
per
about
person.
right.
Per person.
No.
Yeah, about in that
No.
ballpark.
No.
You know, enough for each of us to buy our own ballpark.
One whole level up.
If I recall correctly, it was probably going to be enough for each of you to get a couple hundred golds. So, he leads them upstairs and takes them into the office, closing the door behind him. And, well, once the two of you are in there, closes it and locks the door. And he looks at you and goes, just, it's not to lock you in, it's to lock the girls out.
Oh, that's completely understandable.
And he goes, gestures for you to sit, and he goes and sits in his own chair. He goes, so, we have similar dealings.
Well, in that we both want him dead, yes, but I don't want public knowledge of it.
Alright.
Because I see a very interesting opportunity here, but also it plays into a plan that was already in motion. I before I tell you more, I have to ask you. Since I've been employed by you once already, there's a bit of delicate information about me that I, judging by your dealings, that I've already taken part in and that I could potentially take part in. I feel like my skills could be rather useful, and also worth quite the pretty penny, if I do say so myself. And at that moment, Sim will just he'll kind of like snap. He's kind of been like looking around the room as he's been talking. Not like making eye contact at all, but he'll just. I threw out like this last. Would you say minute or so?
Yeah.
Throughout this last minute or so, I would like to use the ability Words of Terror.
Oh no.
I've got to look that up because I don't recall what that does in the slightest.
It's fun. I was about to look something up and I totally forgot what it was.
Learn to infuse innocent words with an insidious magic can inspire terror. If you speak to a humanoid alone for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to seed paranoia in its mind. At the end of the conversation, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be frightened of you or another creature of your choice. If frightened in this way... Wait. The target is frightened in this way for 1 hour until it's damaged or until it witnesses its allies being attacked. If they succeed, there's no hint that you tried to frighten.
That sounds bitchin'.
And as I'm like ending this sentence, he's like, well, I think my skills could be very useful, worth quite the pretty penny. And
that's where you're kind of like clicking it off, sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of, and he's like, and then he'll just kind of lock eyes with him, and at that moment he shifts into the Leonin. No, actually, no. Bad idea in this current context.
I mean, you have a few other shapes.
Yeah, he'll do some like random one. Hell, he could probably do Lord Varzand himself.
Yeah, at this point, like he's seen him enough.
Yeah, he'll just shift into Lord Varzand.
Beautiful, beautiful.
As he locks eyes with him.
So badass.
A couple things happen. For one thing, when this ability goes off, spell, using your spell save DC. Sent words. It's not.
I'm just really good at talking shit.
You're just really good at talking shit. You seem, for one thing, it doesn't work for reasons.
I kind of figured, but there was a hope.
But you notice that his eyes, the eyes on the snake tattoo of his flash, as well as you see the tattoo shift and look at you, like almost as if it starts to pull up off of him and target you, like lock eye sort of thing. So he and his snake tattoo, which is now looking like a real snake that's coming out of his arm, are locked eyes with you.
So we'll kind of do what he did with Victor and just start to slowly shuffle through a few of them. As he's still just locked eyes with Varzand.
And
coming back to rest on normal sim self.
A grin kind of spreads across his face. As with his other hand, he kind of pats the snake and it settles back onto him to look like a tattoo. And he just looks at you and he goes, I don't know exactly what you did to set this one off. And he kind of pets his arm. where the tattoo is. But this shifting business, quite impressive.
Now, can you understand why I wouldn't want him dead? Or, well, I wouldn't want the public to know that he's dead.
You wish to take his place. Yes?
Well, I mean, that wasn't the... I wasn't originally planning to go this quickly, but I can expedite schedule.
Because this changes things.
Or if you're willing to slow your schedule down. Then it will be seamless and no one, even his family members, will know.
I need him dead. But not necessarily dead. If once you're him, you plan on working with me. You see, there are...
Well, I mean, if your son's married to my daughter, we can at least be cordial.
I
And
believe
Sim will
we
just kind of
can.
give him a big grin.
Because I believe we can be very cordial. As you see, with you being in that status, I'd be quite fine with leaving that family in the status that they're in. As long as their dealings don't continue to try and encroach on mine. They can keep what they currently have. That will keep you sitting pretty and keep you and them in the noble settings as they were, right where they are now. Just with the warning that if you do try and encroach on my dealings, there will be repercussions. That's just business.
Well, I can say that I won't encroach on your dealings, but I make no promises of non-expansion of my own dealing.
So yes, expand however you want, as long as that doesn't affect me. There's many ways you can do it. We can even have business meetings, if you like. Can teach you how a few things work, if it were. I'm being stared at by my husband. What do you want? What do you want? Nothing. I see you sculpting over there. Oh. There are many ways to expand your dealings or get into other dealings, as it were. That would help you expand in your own right.
See, now if I may ask you, you're rather high up in some certain areas.
Quite.
How does the Lord Solstice fare, if you know?
currently in quite the bottom rung. He made some bad moves a while ago that made him slip out of favor and slip out of a few business deals that I happened to be offered when he lost them.
Well, maybe you could put in a good word.
Oh, definitely. As it was my word that I actually got, well, what will be our children soon, married.
Oh.
He wasn't quite happy with that forced hand, but when the top royalty demands you marry off into higher standing or lose your standing, well, then you just have to marry who you're told to marry. He goes, but we work together. We can have the Solstice clan rise towards the top again. Maybe we'll work on a way to get our families even higher. He looks you over and goes, unless you weren't looking towards rising to the very top.
There's kind of just a grin that's like a smirk that kind of starts creeping across Sim's face. And he just kind of looks up at him. Well, whether it's in the guild or in royalty, either way works for me.
He nods and then grins and goes, if you partner with me, it will be both.
So, the status would come with the name. Good. Does he have, like... I'm assuming we're sitting at, like, a desk.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're talking about business. Does he have, like, a bottle of, like, nice liquor sitting there in, like, a decanter or something?
Oh, there definitely is.
Sim will just kind of, like... He'll smile. Like, well... Here's to... future business dealings. And he'll just grab the decanter and pour a couple of glasses and hand one to him.
He smirks. And actually gives a bit of a chuckle. And picks up one of the glasses. And raises it up. And, he then looks at you and goes, I do have some business to speak with Zay about.
Oh, that reminds me. She told me to get our payment.
He goes, yes. I know I pulled that out and put it He looks at a couple of his drawers and pulls them out. And looks at you, goes, separate bags, all the same bag for you to dish it out later. What would you like?
Just one big one works for now.
Alright. And he pulls out quite a heavy bag of coin. And holds it out to Sim. And goes, you did the job quickly. Enough. And it was brought back with some surprises. So there's a little extra in that bag. How you divide it up amongst yourselves is up to you. But do, if you could send Zay up here for me.
No, of course I will. And he'll grab the bag. And he'll start making his way out. And he will leave the untouched drink sitting on the desk.
That's like so disrespectful. You didn't even sip it when you cheered him.
He didn't sip it either.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
He did raise the glass.
He raised the glass. He didn't take a drink, so Sim just left the cup sitting there.
It's actually pre-poisoned alcohol.
No, they were still talking business, so to speak. So say while
takes the bottle with him. Leaves the glass, takes the bottle.
Zay, are you raiding the fridge while you're waiting?
Actually, I was going to sneak up the stairs and try to listen through the girls' door if it's closed.
Yes. Yes, it is. Roll stealth.
Okay. It's with an advantage. That's a... Oh God. Okay. Hold on. I rolled a 19 plus 7.
Oh yeah, you don't have to do the math. So yeah, you sit at their door and listen in. And for the most part, it's in the meeting it's pouting, like how dare he not let us go down and at least greet them and say complaints. And you end up hearing at one point go I don't know why they would be in trouble, but I mean, we all sensed it, right? Like, I know you did. And the brothers definitely said something. And the other Because, well, the only one else that we know that has anything is because of the daggers that we gave. So if that's awoken something, or given more connection, I mean, it's dangerous. They gotta know. And we shouldn't be worried anyways. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. We've all gone through it. And, the other sibling goes, well, yeah, we've all gone through it, but, like, we're all family. We're kind of born into it a little bit. Born connected. And, like, Zay's not at all. Won't that make it harder? And there's some shuffling about. And eventually you hear footsteps towards the door itself.
Oh god, run away, hide.
As the door opens. And they look across the hall, and they go, I wonder... Is that him and Say in the meeting? Did he pull someone else into a meeting? I mean, clearly that means he's in a meeting. Let's go downstairs and see if Zay's down there. And then it was, yes! And they both bolt down the stairs. And you hear him at the bottom, like, Zay, you down here?
Damn it.
And then there's definitely, like, fridge rummaging.
Walk across the hallway.
What?
I'll just walk across the hallway, just heading towards Varzand's office, but like kind of slow. Just be like,
Just do. At that point, Sim, you end up coming out and almost facing, like, directly facing Zay.
Sim will, like, close the door. Then very quietly, he's like, he'd like to speak with you now.
Okay. Just very quiet. Did you get the payment? Did you get the payment?
What?
No.
Just in a...
What? We heard very quiet, and then it broke up a little bit, Zay.
Oh, I said very quietly, did you get the payment?
Sim just kind of, like, taps the big bag that's, like, clipped to his belt.
She mouths, nice!
So he'll start, like, making his way towards the stairs.
And then Zay will wait until Sim makes it down the stairs before knocking on Varzand's door.
The second Sim makes it down the stairs, he's surrounded by the girls. Both of them asking in tandem, where's Zay?
I don't know. I was just speaking with your father. I'm not sure.
Rats. How did we miss her? We were watching the door. Well, you were being distracting. It was not. They kind of,
I'm sure she might still be around here somewhere.
both of them, you say that, both of their eyes sparkle. They're like, yes. Perfect. And they both kind of just, one of them aches towards the front door and just kind of begins waiting around there, while the other one's just kind of meandering around the stairs. Both of them like, yes, this is definitely the way to catch Say.
Hey, can I like get a vibe check?
Yeah. Roll vibe check. In
Insight.
insight. There we go.
All right. Ooh, that's a 21.
Nice. There's definitely, I mean, not bad nefarious, not like evil nefarious, but there's definitely nefarious intentions. But not like evil nefarious.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans are afoot, and you can feel it in your bones. There's also a slight hint of worry about them. But, with that, Zay, you knock on the door. And through the door you just hear a, come in.
I'll open the door, step in, close the door.
You step in, you lock it behind you, otherwise the two of them will be trying to get in. Especially if they find out that you've entered here.
Just click.
Because there's something very important I need to speak with you about. And I need you to be very truthful. Did he reach out to you?
She'll just pause. Who?
Let me see your daggers.
You know the scene in Lord of the Rings where they are pulling off all of their weapons from
Yes!
she,
Yes!
she literally takes every dagger that she has and lays it down on the table. I have like 6 or 7 in total.
But including the,
Yeah, including the crystal ones. And I purposely leave the elongated one for last, and I'll place it closer to him.
As you, he just kind of smirks and waits, and there's a look in his eye of, yes, I deserve this. Like, I didn't specify I deserve this sort of look.
Oh crap.
And when you...
there's also Granny Varzand's knife.
There's just an apple cutting knife.
Yeah.
And, as soon as you put that one down, he's like, yes. You have made a deal.
I had to.
How?
The big guy, Aegis, reached out and touched one of the crystals, and it started taking him over. And
When he doesn't touch the crystal, he's shaking his head, and you can hear, like, under his breath, idiot.
and then I touched the crystal with my dagger, and that's when I made a deal to exchange his soul for someone else's. Within 48 hours. But that was like 30 hours ago.
So time's running out. Did you have a particular person in mind?
I'd like to get back at one of the Solstice clans for destroying a flower shop in town.
Here's the thing. It will turn them to crystal. It's not highly known, but it is known by a select few. And would, without covering your correct bases, come back around. Since the head of the Solstice clan is going to be dealt with in a different fashion than I initially anticipated, how about I supply you with someone who you can take the soul of, encase in the crystal, and it won't matter. And I'll give you what you were initially delivering to me to use on whichever clan member you want, just to get back at them for fun.
She'll just slowly nod. What?
Good.
What does this mean, though? Then she points to the dagger. Am I connected somehow to whoever contacted me?
Hexus. Hexus has his eye on you now. And that can be both a blessing and a curse. See, for my family, it's quite the blessing. For others, it tends to be a little bit of a curse. There have been a few outside of the family who have been able to manage to keep up and not get taken over by the crystals from their dealing. Mind you, your daggers themselves, you wouldn't have had the issue with the way they were made, but because And I'll need to know the location of the crystals that your friend touched. Just to deal with that area. We keep large outbreaks at bay.
There was quite a few in that cavern.
Which means it's an unchecked area. Fantastic. And when the boys are gone. Here's the thing. It's going to happen sooner or later. He already has his eye on you. We can make this bond now. And there are perks and benefits to having it. Minus the occasional input from him, because sometimes he just gets bored, I think, and is regularly giving input. But nonetheless, my family is in the position they are now because of a great deed we did many, many generations ago to get him off the planet to one that he could make his own. And because of that, and because of how powerful he grew, our family has been blessed with powers ever since. We still have to go through a bit of a ritual at a certain age to make the connection fully complete. Otherwise, things can go a little haywire, accidentally turning things into crystal. When you sneeze, say isn't a good thing. You've got the baby connection. He's reached out, he's made a deal with you, he's got his eye on you. He's going to continue to reach out. Now you can do that at your own pace with however much he reaches out, but you are being warned now. Things may start happening around. Because there's no telling how instantly he became attached. If he likes you, it's a bit of a quicker power boost. But you won't know how to control it. So, we'll give the example of a nightmare in your sleep might turn someone nearby full crystal. But if it's a small connection, there wouldn't be any need to worry for a while. Until he starts reaching out to you more. So,
when he says nightmare in your sleep, she just kind of goes a little wide-eyed. Like, oh shit.
Eos, the risk versus reward is up to you, and to take things at whatever pace you make. We are here, and you know where to find us if you wish to make that connection more controlled.
Well, if it's going to happen anyway, and it would be better if I did have control before things start happening around me that I can't.
You'll want to talk to your friends as well as the girls. They're fond of you. Beforehand. There is a chance you won't come out of the process.
Just under her breath, just fuck. She'll run her hand through her hair. All right.
He goes, a high risk, high reward, but the family does it. Granted, are born with a bit more of a solid connection. So it is a bit more of a risk than an actual blood relative. But we've gotten many a people through the process.
Well, that's at least good to know. Um, was that it?
He just looks you over for a moment, and then nods as yes. That was it.
And the soul exchange? When will that?
He goes, yes. The Thieves Guild has someone in lockup. Tell them that Varzand sent you to deal with him. They'll let you in.
She just nods, starts collecting her knives.
Victor, you went to go check on your experiment.
Yes.
Your experiment's right where you left it. It's a little more on the well, no, because that one, that experiment was still alive when you had left it. Maybe a D20 roll.
Okay. 17.
17, nice. You can tell this sucker is still alive, but barely.
I'm gonna work on making sure he becomes stable.
Going to do spells, potions, medicine checks. How would you like to proceed?
Probably healing potions. Query. Would the spell lesser restoration have any effect? It can either end one disease or condition affecting it. Condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
I would say that would work. I'd say that would work on fixing things.
I will use lesser restoration on him, and probably some healing potions.
You are able to make your experiment more stable. You also, when arriving back home, there would be a large crate at the home. With a note on it, saying that it is, for Victor's eyes only.
Okay, for starters, I would like to care. Actually, strength to that. Is the crate sealed?
It is sealed, yes. And when you touch it, it actually has a bit of a chill to it.
I will open said crate.
When you open said crate, there are, when you peek into it, you can tell there's bodies.
Excellent. I'm going to seal it so the cold stays in, and I'm going to move it downstairs for later use.
Alright, yeah, you're able to move it downstairs. Taking your time. You would also, when doing that peek, you would have been able to see, a bag and like an envelope, like on top of it. And the note itself says, from the bosses, the Lion Guard, and in quotation marks, thank you for your services. And there in that crate there were 5 bodies. Each of them definitely were dressed up Lion Guard. Not all of them necessarily Leonin. Just as you're in the Lion Guard doesn't... You are definitely Leonin this day and age. But a couple of them definitely were.
Which species are in there?
There are 2 Leonin, a half-orc, and we will say a Goliath and an elf.
Excellent. That's gonna make things really interesting. I now have bones.
And there's, in the bag, there's about a 100 gold as well.
Indeed.
Victor now has more fun bits to work with.
And I need to get some specific bits. Which reminds me, I need to go look for Sim.
Sim, where would you have waited for Zay to come out downstairs? Or would you have, like, left?
He probably would have headed back to the house just so he could at least stash that big ass bag of money. So that way they could split it up later.
Alright, so you probably would be, like, headed into the house sort of thing when Victor would have been about to head out to look for you sort of thing. So Victor, you wanted to look for Sim?
Yep.
Nope,
Time
so
to
you...
call in a favor.
So yeah, you would catch him as Sim's going into your house next door.
Ah, Sim, just the man I was looking for. Might I have a word? I have work for you.
Oh, yes, please. Step into my office, and Sim just kind of like hits the door with the back of his hand as like the front door of the house just kind of swings open. One hand just kind of like flapping there.
Beautiful.
He'll walk
I
inside.
am here to call in the favor for helping you with your Leonin troubles.
Oh,
I have need of some very specific materials, and a man of your talents is perfect to give them. I have need of 13 ethically acquired children.
Define ethically acquired.
Wait, are you creating an SCP?
I love this.
Is Victor creating an SCP? Like I'm pretty sure everyone knows the SCP I'm talking about.
Nope, I'm doing something much worse.
How
Worse
many
than
children was
a
13
13 ethically acquired.
It's a very specific number.
what could be worse than children put in a capsule and made to be all-knowing and able to destroy anything?
Oh my god. Holy shit, I'm fucking dying. Oh my god. That sentence really fucking caught me off guard.
We broke them.
Holy fuck.
I also love how he mentioned that it's Sim's talents that can get them.
Sim a Pied Piper now, but for children?
No, he can just go multiple times with different faces. I can't.
That's just
Yes, hello. I would like to adopt
Oh
13
my
children.
god. Oh my god. Holy shit, I can't stop laughing. Holy fuck. Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
I'm gonna put that in quotes.
Yeah,
Am,
that needs to go in
am I
quotes.
am I able to put this on YouTube
13
now? Jesus
ethically
Christ!
sourced
13
children.
ethically acquired children.
Ethically sourced. That was the part that got me.
Oh yes, ethically sourced.
Sounds like we're talking about like fucking organic produce or some shit.
Ethically
They
sourced
are organic.
children.
These are ethically
Organically
sourced
grown.
diamonds or some. These aren't blood children.
They need to be
These
organically
are
grown.
ethically sourced. Jesus. Oh my god.
I got tears.
Um, I guess my only question. No, I don't have only one question. There's multiple questions. How, define ethically sourced.
The orphanage. No one wants them.
Oh, oh,
Well, there.
Okay, but
there it
like
is.
as the DM, that's where my head went. It was okay. Where's he gonna find that many children? Ah, the orphanage.
my head went to just like hopping in windows. I was like, no, that's not ethically sourced. I okay. Why?
Children are easy to work with.
I'm not sure if I want to ask in what sense. Is this like medically? Are you trying to brainwash people?
Oh, no, there's no brainwashing. They will be largely unharmed. I simply wish to have medical practice. And, well, what with things going on, children seem to fit the bill perfectly. Resistant.
Why 13?
Well, I need 12 for legs and 1 for miscellaneous parts.
Okay, that still leaves 10.
No, that is all 13.
Right, did you say 10? Wait, how about did you say 2 for legs? Did I hear
I
that
said
correctly?
12. 12
Well,
for
oh,
legs.
I thought it was for 2 for legs. That's not. Okay. Uh, it's just kind of. Sim is just gonna think back to the man in Victor's basement. And he's just not going to question it. He, he's not going to question why he would need that many legs for anything. Is there a time limit?
Not really. Some haste, of course, but this is a delicate operation. There is no point in going too fast to disturb people.
I'll see what I can do, but I make no guarantees. Well, I'll do my best, but I make no guarantees.
Well, as far as types go, I am not really particular, except for one. This one must be a pinnacle of young life, in the prime of their young youth, with promise.
What?
Good, strong one. Probably all strong, but one must definitely be.
So, like, 12 third graders and a 5th grader. Got it.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
God, this is making me think of that one meme where it's like if you're sitting, if like, it's like how many, like, it's like how many third graders do you think you could take in like waves with a baseball bat, and every 5th wave is like a boss 5th grader.
Yeah. Just swarms of kids. How many can you take on at once?
Oh my gosh.
I am planning nothing nefarious with all of these children, I assure you.
Insight check.
Sweet prejudice I shouldn't read chat. Well, I'm trying to DM. Aegis fucking up.
For everybody else, Aegis just posted. Aegis has the ranking of specific evils for the party. Aegis has the ranking of sweet prejudice fiend. Say and Sim with the ranking of sour apple, and Victor with the ranking of mean bean.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So.
And with that, I need to go to the Thieves Guild. I need to get a large portable cold storage.
Well, you can definitely purchase that there. And Zay's heading that direction too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if I can get past the sisters first.
Oh, that's right. Oh
I have a
gosh.
plan.
They posted lookouts.
Even also,
They did.
even though Aegis knows there might be trouble going there, he's gonna go to the petting bar.
Ah. I realized what trouble was. Thick with 3 C's and a very big orc. Sim, what do you do after this request?
Sim's going to go to his room and process for a moment.
I imagine he's on the bed and stare at the wall.
Yeah, mostly he's trying to come up with, like, a plan. And he is at a loss. Like, he's like, how? What? What? I don't. No, I don't want to know. But so many legs. What? I
Concern.
don't. Mm. And like this whole time, if anybody like peeked in through the door, like he's probably not thinking about it, so he's just kind of like haphazardly morphing through several different forms, just because he's very confused and just like,
Oh my gosh.
he's very just like,
I can just picture the wave of shapes as you morph. Oh my gosh.
It's probably some like mixes and matches that just look weird.
A gnome with bugbear armor.
Because he's like trying to picture what Victor's wanting to do in his head.
So he starts morphing a little bit?
He like keeps like he's like subconsciously morphing, so it keeps going like weird as shit. So if anybody looked in the room, they just kind of be like, okay, bye.
What?
What's funny is, it's probably more fucked up than you're picturing.
Oh,
see, honestly, I have a couple of thoughts.
The wifey finished the jelly. It's yummy.
Jello.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, that's a horrifying idea.
Beautiful. Well, Victor, you leave Sim reeling in thought and head towards the Thieves Guild. And make your way in to, I assume, the black market to inquire about cold storages of sorts.
I'm looking for a freezer chest with a bag of holding enchantment on it.
And where did I put my bag holding chart? Who that asked for it? So what campaign? Yeah, it's in this one. I guessed right. Woo. You basically get a couple different options. They're all around the same, like, chest size. but what they hold on the inside is different. You end up finding options of ranging from something that would be able to hold 250 pounds to 1,500 pounds. And of course, the more it can carry in it, the more it costs.
Around how much would something that can hold 1,000 pounds cost?
1,000 pounds would
Because I'm
be.
about to store a lot of meat.
Just adds more questions. That I'm pretty sure I know exactly the answer to. Chart is please
You don't have anything to be concerned about.
open file. You'd be looking at a cold box storage that could hold 1,000 pounds. You'd be looking at 2,000 gold.
Oh. I mean, I could do that, but damn. Okay. I also, before I make a decision, I also want to see if I can't find a amulet of major illusion, of greater illusion, tied to that of a draft horse.
Amulet of major illusion. Kind of like major image sort of thing.
Pretty much, I'm just trying to project an image here.
Yeah. And a draft horse to rent?
No.
Or you want to buy a horse?
I don't want to buy a horse. I just want an amulet of major illusion that causes the wearer to look like a draft horse.
Oh, that causes I get it now. Okay. I thought for some reason the way my brain heard the words, you were wanting to put the illusion on the horse, and I was confused. Yes.
The illusion.
Yes. I get it now. We're good. You find some that are able to do that. Ranging from like they hold like one charge a day sort of thing is like 200 gold, and then like up from there depending on how many charges you'd want in it, sort of thing.
How long do each charge last?
It would basically be. Shoot, I closed the tab. And up. So depending on how long you want it to last, if it's like one. No, we'll say that one. The 200, the 200 gold for one charge lasts. We'll say. But that one, because it's classed from an item, not a spell itself. That doesn't have to do with concentration. We'll say.
How much would one with 3 charges, each lasting 3 hours, go
We'll
for?
Say 500.
Okay. I'm gonna get that one, and then that one freezer chest was 2,000. And then, how much would one that can hold 750 pounds be?
Do you said 750
Yes.
pounds? Uh, 1,250.
Okay, I'm gonna get that one.
Eh, Plus 3 hours. And then no, that one didn't edit right. Oop. Okay, there's both of those. Alrighty, so yeah, you make yourself a couple purchases. Get your ice box of holding and your amulet.
Neat. Now I just gotta install this amulet on the poor bastard in the basement. Well, not on, in.
Hmm. Yes, indeed.
I have planned.
Zay. Are you alive, Zay?
Yep, I'm here. You
It's
caught
time
me.
to play. Caught you mid
Caught me
chomp.
mid chomp of a big piece of banana bread.
Oh heck yeah!
Mm.
It's time to play Escape from Varzand Manor.
Yeah. After collecting all my daggers, putting them away, she opens the door and then closes it quietly and peeks down the stairs.
You would definitely see one of the girls at the bottom of the stairs.
Um,
At this point, she's definitely just sitting on the bottom stair, but not looking up the stairs. She's kind of like looking. No, yeah, no, she's looking like more into the kitchen. You can tell she's munching on something, like she has a snack in her hands, and she's just sitting on the bottom stair.
You know what? I'm just gonna sneak down and try and like sit quietly behind her.
You're gonna scare the crap out of this girl. Roll stealth.
I mean, I did tell them that she might still be around somewhere.
Yeah.
So
16 plus 7.
Plus 7. That's pretty dang
22?
good.
Yeah, 23 total.
She don't fucking hear shit. You get close enough to see that it's you. She's chomping on a croissant. Like, it's got chocolate in it.
Ooh, and a slice of bacon?
No, this is just chocolate croissant.
Just watch her just eating for a sec and then just kind of lean in, real quiet whisper. That looks pretty good.
She jumps out of her skin. Croissant is flung across the room. She jumps and shrieks and turns. And just gives you the look you would imagine from a dog that's just been kicked.
Oh.
Like the look of most utter betrayal. As she's like gasping to catch her breath. Both hands on her sides. The other one's darted over. And looks at her sister and looks at you, Zay. And just goes, "Hi, Zay. Did she see a spider?"
Zay just has that look of like, what did I do? Says, no, but you guys need to pay attention more to when I arrive.
They both crossed their arms. The one who wasn't scared shitless goes, "Well, we knew you arrived, but then we got told to wait in our room until Dad was done with you. Otherwise, we would be banned for shopping for a week, and that's just... We stayed in our room. For the most part."
Yeah. I really would love to stay and catch up and talk and take another one of those baths and clean up, but I have something that I have to get done and it's really important. So when I come back, or when I'm done, I'll come back and we can catch up.
Bade, we got you. We hear you.
And she'll get up and kind of like get them in a hug. and just be like, just kind of whisper to them both. Just be like, I hate the woods.
They kind of chuckle and go, yeah, it's kind of planty and dirty out there. It's nice to visit sometimes, though. But, like, get a hotel near the woods and then visit the woods. And make sure it's a hotel with a spa. So you can go to the woods and then come back and relax.
It would beat sleeping in a tree for sure.
They both gasped. Like, you had to sleep in a tree? You poor thing. That just won't do. We are going to complain to Father.
Oh, no, please don't.
Oh, no, no. No. You should at least have, like, a cot or something.
I don't think I'd be able to bring a whole cot.
Why not? Surely there's something magic that can, like, put one into a ring.
You know what? Maybe add that to a shopping list.
Okay. We'll add that to a shopping list.
And then she'll move towards the door. And then as she's opening it to turn around, she'll go, and don't think I have forgotten about our special nights planned.
They just grin. Ear to ear. And basically call out after you as you're leaving. Okay, get your job done quick so you can come back and have a spa day.
And then I
Buddy.
close the door and rush off to the Thieves Guild.
You rush off and get to the Thieves Guild. And you well, what area do you go to inquire to?
Where were the, like, sections of it? I mean, I know I'm supposed to be looking for, like, someone that's held.
So you would basically know that the barkeeps know everything. You would know of, like, the black market area, the different meeting areas. There's the extra rooms and the crafting areas and the smithing areas and the meeting areas, but there's also areas that are less talked about and not, like, advertised, and that is, like, the interrogation and, like, the lockup cells.
Mm-hmm.
But that you would know that, like, again, the barkeep know everything.
I'll head over to the bar, take a seat.
As you take a seat, the barkeep finishes up And walks over and gives you a nod. And, what can I get for you?
Varzand sent me to take care of the person in the hold.
Ah. He, a little bit louder because you're here for a special meeting. It's alright. And he gets out from behind the bar, waving to someone else. And a different worker comes over and he goes, "Watch the drinks. I'll be back quickly." And he looks to you and goes, "You follow me."
Yep.
And walking down a few halls, a set of stairs, ends up unlocking one area to get through and unlocking something else, and ends up stopping in front of a door. And he goes, "In here is the one that is locked up. We don't care how you deal with him." And Varzand sent you. Do whatever it is you are supposed to do. Don't worry about cleanup. Just do what it is you need to do, and I'll be waiting down at the hall to lead you back. And he then unlocks the door.
Now I'll step in.
You step in, and there is a gentleman, very much so, tied up to a chair, blinded and gagged, does hear the door open and start struggling.
Now,
but to no avail, sort of thing.
Now, I'm sure you know why you're here. I don't really give a shit. She just walks up, takes out the elongated knife, and places it on his throat. And then just slices it.
There, as you place the blade there is some attempts at pleading through the gag. And as you slice, unlike what you would expect from a slice across the throat in blood, more blood, crystal quickly spreads from the slice, and it doesn't consume like the clothes or the rope or anything. Lulu, knock it off. Lulu, no, that's not for you. She's trying to steal Wendy. It's not taking over the clothes, but it is taking over like the flesh. And soon there is a very purple statue, crystal statue, in the chair. And you hear, "What a quick and very good job. Congrats. Congrats. You saved your friend and completing the deal we made. I'm impressed. Would you like to make more?"
That depends on what the terms are.
He goes, well, more like the terms are you get some powerful perks, but you need to get me soul. As long as you hit a certain quota now and then, or maybe pick off a particular soul I might sense near you. Lulu, stop being a butt sniffer.
It's Lulu. Lulu is the first soul.
He goes, the occasional soul. It's maybe a specific soul now and again, if I sense something delicious. But that doesn't seem too bad, does it? I mean, you already took this one life.
And there won't be a time constraint on these? As hard as the 48-hour one?
Oh no. Not as hard, but we'll say, I typically go off of moon cycles. As long as I get a couple souls before each full moon, I'm not unhappy in the slightest. And of course, the occasional special soul, but that one might have a slightly more restrictive time restraint, but never quite as hefty as the mere couple days.
I was told that connecting with you might end me? Now, what kind of a deal would that be if I made that and I wasn't able to stay alive to get you your souls?
See, that's the thing. If you take the gifts, take this connection, and you don't get a soul here or there, I take yours. That's how it would end you. Now, this connection, it can make you... I can only guess one person told you about this connection. And he's not wrong to tell you about it. It can make you even the more powerful. But it does have a chance destroying you. Because it's making you one of us.
One of us?
I'm sure you've seen one of them by now. Eat the crystals with no repercussions.
Have I? Do I remember that?
He is completely guessing. I actually don't think you guys did. He is just completely guessing because he knows the Varzands have been talking to you, and that's one of the more common things they'll do to get rid of evidence.
Zay is just like, I have not seen anyone eat them. I've only seen the one touch it.
He goes, well, yes. In most cases, you touch it, and you get one chance to fail or succeed at saving your own life before the crystal really sets in. But this one family, I know you've met them. They have the key to making it to where if you touch the crystal, you have a chance to become one of us. They're born partial. They're born, we'll say half-breed, if you will. And even at that, they still have to get souls on occasion for me. Just not nearly as many as, say, you would without making this connection, this sacrifice. You do this process, and the crystal forms outside of you, and then slowly moves inward, changing you slightly as it goes. You survive. Not only can you produce this crystal, you can eat the crystal, you can touch the crystal with no repercussion.
Wow. Then what the fuck do I have to lose?
He goes, you... For this great power, you only have to risk your life. But high risk, even greater reward.
I don't think anybody would miss me anyway.
Aegis would miss you.
As well then, why don't you pop off back to the Varzand? He is touching this guy here without the right setup. Would just spell needless death for you.
Yeah, I've seen what that can do firsthand. I guess I'll be talking with you later.
Indeed. And you can kind of feel the presence leave.
There's just a big sigh. Just, oh. Okay. And then steps out the door and closes it, heads down the hallway to the barkeep.
Yeah, and he would lead you back out.
I
No questions.
would just say,
Like,
I wouldn't touch anything that's in there.
he kind of chuckles and goes, "The Varzands take care of the Varzand business for her."
Before I leave the Thieves Guild, I did have a shopping list that I sent to you.
Oh, yeah, where did the shopping list go? Is it still just the first thing in there? Oh yeah, there it is. Basically the first thing.
Yeah.
Future shopping list. Ooh, excuse me.
I just realized I had a total reason for Aegis to get a pet that would have kept his rage going, and then he forgot it because of Fortnite.
You still do have the Snapdragon following you. Aegis might have forgotten, but it has been following Aegis the entire time. Minus the swim. It stood on the pier and did little nervous dances.
So it's been there for the whole date scenario with Indy.
Oh yeah, I followed him. Little pitter patters all the way.
I guess might be in trouble when Ivy uses speak to plants on it, but you know.
But yeah, Aegis, you said you were gonna go to the heavy petting bar. And when you get there, there is a performer on stage currently doing a set, and she's very green, very tall, very voluptuous, and wearing a lot of purple, and very orc.
Well, luckily, at least to start out with, Aegis is more concerned with Sweet Pea. He's gonna go up to her and he's gonna ask, when Indy coming?
Yeah, gives you the look of how the heck do you know about Indy sort of like look. And she goes, you soon.
Oh shoot! 1 second.
Uh-oh. Something died.
Okay, well, while he's gone, are those
Yeah.
that first set of items good to
Yeah.
purchase? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Um. I've met. Wait. He's gonna let out a little bit of a sigh and say, "Okay." In Elvish, he's gonna say, Speaking common is very very tiring. I met Indy. Um, can I maybe make a uh, plans? He wouldn't know the word reservation.
Make plans. You have things for focus. Reservation.
Uh, he pulls out another gold, and he says, I think this is enough for a night, a, a date.
That
You
that that div, um if there that'll reserve it, that for sure.
He also, I want to remark, seems very flustered about it, like about just.
Depending on what you want to do with the reservation might change the price, but that'll definitely reserve it for that time. Um, did you have a particular day once she's here?
I wait. She does understand his Elvish.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to see her when she comes.
Alright, well, when she arrives, which we do actually ended up batting the bullet and cleaning out and making more rooms available so we have them here sooner rather than later. Had to rush some renovations, but it'll be worth it in the long run. So, you'll see her shortly.
He perks up. Sooner? Um, uh, how sooner?
We should see their arrival in about 3 days. It was going to be longer, but then it was going to be shorter. And then we just sped through renovations so we could get them sooner. Because it'll be worth it in the long run. But yes, in 3 days, not counting today.
He lets out a giddy giggle, which seems odd for his particular size and like just the burliness. Like
She looks at him and goes to put like a hand on his forehead and goes, "Were you drinking something again?"
um drinking. Oh, well, I had like this really weird drink like they they says it was a week ago.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh. No, you're fine right now.
Well,
You're
all
just
over.
interesting right now.
What? He looks at her confused.
You have time with Indy reserved. I'll make note of it.
Who? She spoke of uh that 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 orc tool. She's not trouble, is she?
Why would you think she's trouble? She is bringing in so much money and performing quite well.
Where I come from, orcs kind of just destroy the land.
She is, yeah, sometimes civilization breaches into nature. But that doesn't mean you should blame all of them for it. And with that, since it is time, and I know at least half of you are going to be sleepy as hell, we will call that quits.
Okay.
I really have to figure out how he's gonna approach Sugar now because one, he doesn't remember anything about her, but two, he does have a decent reason not to want to make trouble.
Something to figure out
That
for
is
next
true.
week.
Until next time.
And all of my new items has just given me a plus 11 in sleight of hand.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. That's even higher than Aegis' athletics. That reminds me.
Well,
I need to look that
say
up.
bye in the video, everybody.
Oh, bye. Oh, wait. Bye, video.
Bye.
I was gonna say.